Joining us now to discuss further, we have Douglas Holtz-Eakin, who served as the economic advisor to President George W. Bush, and personal finance columnist for the Washington Post, Michelle Singletary. She's also the author of What to Do with Your Money When Crisis Hits, a survival guide. Sounds like we all need that. But Douglas, I want to start with you. So, has inflation peaked?
Well, you can't tell that for sure. I think the really troubling part of this particular report is that if you look at the essentials categories, if you look at food, energy, and shelter, which are about 50% of the typical family's budget, that's up year over year at a 10% rate, higher than the headline. So the things you need the most are rising the most rapidly. And indeed, I think the president's problem is that if you look at the typical monthly increase since he took office for that category of goods and services, that's 19.8% over his tenure. That's the political problem. People are looking at the essentials and they're just getting more expensive.
Michelle, let's go specifically to the price of food. The BLS says that the food index rose, as just referenced, 9.4% year over year, the biggest increase in more than 40 years. You're the personal finance person. What are families supposed to do with that? I know you're going to say stay away from restaurants and cook, but you got to buy food. How do you counter that?
Well, stay away from restaurants and cook at home.
Okay.
Listen, you have to do a lot of substitution. And you've got to be very judicious about when you go to the grocery store. Have a list. I take a list and stick to the list. Don't take the kiddies with you if you can help it. Leave them home because they want to grab things. These little things. And I know that there are many Americans who are already stretched. They're already doing that. They're going to dollar stores. They're really trying to do it. But for the vast majority of Americans, really, it means that you got to hunker down and look at your budget and cut where you can. Store brands. I mean, I joke with my children, they all like, different brand names. So I buy the brand name one time and then I buy the store brand and put it inside the box of the brand name. They don't know the difference. I mean, you just do those little tricks, you don't eat out as much. When you eat out, if you want to eat out, because you want to support the restaurants, maybe you don't get an appetizer, you don't get dessert, you share an entree, get water and some lemons and make you lemonade at the table. I mean, just those kind of things help cut.
Yeah.
There's a lesson there. There's a metaphor there as well, Michelle. As we wait to hear from the president, Douglas, are there helpful hints? I mean, I hear everything that Michelle's saying, but these, as you say, are fixed costs. There's not much that Americans can do about their rent and about the gas that they need to get to work. I mean, what are the hints that you recommend for everyone?
When it comes to
hold on, Michelle. 1 second. Go ahead, Douglas.
Oh, no, I think you've hit on a very important point. To me, the most troubling number in this entire report is that shelter, apartments, houses, continues to go up. The inflation rate, that is now 5.1%. That's been steadily rising. There's no place to go on that front. We're seeing that across the country. That's the real inflation problem. It doesn't go away quickly. We can see food and energy prices bounce around from month to month. Shelter isn't like that. So we've got an inflation problem in the thing that people have to live in, and that's going to be the real challenge. And the president's going to talk about the pain of inflation. He's going to talk about things he'd like to do about inflation. There's not one thing he's going to say is going to address the shelter inflation problem.
Douglas, let me stay with you on this. Is a recession more likely than not now?
I'm a little concerned about all the sort of talking down of the U.S. economy. 2022 is not a recession year. This is a very strong economy. The reason we have the inflation is it is too strong. So we're going to see the Federal Reserve raise interest rates. It is intended to weaken the economy to control inflation. That's the plan. The inflation risk comes in 2023 and later if the Fed overdoes it. It's a hard task that they've been given. Somehow slow the economy enough to stop inflation, but not too much and cause a recession. I think the big risk is next year.
Michelle, I read that you said that you live your life as though you're in recession every day. How do the rest of us do that, and specifically when it comes to shelter, as Douglas was talking about?
Well, when it comes to housing, one of the things I recommend, and Victor knows, we've been talking about this for a long time. You know it's coming. shared housing, folks. And here's the thing. If you don't have to move and you can bring in people, do that. If you're graduating and you can go home and live, go home and live with your parents. And parents, let them come home. Don't charge them rent, especially if they got student loan debt. Throughout the time of my home ownership, my husband and I have almost always had somebody living with us that was in a financial crisis or maybe had lost their job or divorced. And we let them stay for a while. We don't charge rent. We make sure that they're budgeting right. And so you've got to do those kinds of things. One thing is you might want to talk to your landlord if your lease is up to see if you can extend the lease, say, instead of 12 months, 15 months, and would they give you a break or keep the rent where it is? And so those are the kinds of things that you can sort of do. If you don't have to buy a house right now, don't buy a house, because it's going to cost you more. The mortgage is going to cost you more. So you want to look at that big ticket thing in housing and see what you can do. If you can't live with your parents, maybe there's an auntie, or you know what, if you're moving to a new area, maybe one of your coworkers has a spare room. And I actually did that. A friend of mine was moving when we were in Baltimore, moving to Baltimore to work for a television station, and she lived with me for about, I think, 2 years. And so those are the kinds of things to do until things settle down and stabilize.
That's great. Victor, I do have the spare room if any of our colleagues need that. Michelle Singletary, Douglas Holtz-Eakin, thank you both very much. Stay